Hey, welcome back to KMANS Martial Art Tips. Here to help you become a better martial artist by giving you some training tips that's going to make today your pattern kicks look sharp and precise. Or if you're doing karate or Japanese art, it's called kata, or maybe if it's a kung fu, it's called forms. So this year I've got World Games, World Cup and World Championships coming up after a long time on the sidelines because of the last few years. So I'm starting to clean up all of my pattern kicks, or as we call in Taekwondo, tools. Tool with pattern kicks. And a lot of time when people practice their pattern kicks, they do it in the pattern, or they just kick in the air, and at times that can make the kick look a little bit clumsy, a little bit loose. There's nothing better than making your kick look like it's precise and on target. And a great training tool which I do when I practice my pattern kicks, and today's my pattern kick day, yes, go through all the patterns and just focus on the kicks and making them sharp, is before I put them into the full pattern, I train them individually to make them super sharp, and then I embed them in the pattern. And it's not just I just go and kick the air. What I always use, I use a target. I need a precise target. So here I'm using Samsung, my training partner, and when I do my kicks, I do them up against Samsung because he represents a target, a person, because ultimately that's what you're practicing. You're practicing to throw a kick at a target, an attacking person, or defending against a attacking person. And I'll use markings. So if I'm going to do a mid-side kick, mid-side kick in Taekwondo is at shoulder. So this marking here, so I aim for just above the Japanese character here, and that's where my heel or my foot sword has to hit when I do the kick. So when I drill the kick, I might do each kick 5 to 10 times, depending on how much work I need on it and whether it needs a lot of work or not. Then if I'm doing it here and I'm coming out of this position in a pattern movement in Taekwondo, in Moo, is that I'll come from here and I do a step and a side kick, and I go, okay, that side kick has to hit exactly that marking there. And when I do it in the pattern, then I imagine Samsung is following me around in the pattern, so it gives me a imaginary target to hit that makes me precise and looking sharp, rather than just throwing a kick out there in the general area with no purpose. So when I practice here, I go, if that's the target, I'll step up, right, a little bit low, okay, let's do that again. No, I'm leaning over a bit, do that again, a little bit better, let's make it a bit more snappier, bit off balance, and I'll just keep practicing that until I can do it right. And then I see how many times I can do it spot on, precise, and on target. Because as you go through the process, as I displayed, you go a little bit off balance, you go a bit low, you go a bit to the side, you have a bit more of a lean, and then you start to clean them up until you can get in front of Samsung and do it spot on 5 consecutive times. And eventually you want to get up to 10 consecutive times without making a mistake or missing the target or going off balance. That way your balance is in perfect position for the next kick or the next movement. So there's a nice little training tip. It makes training your kicks and patterns a lot more fun because now you're training with a purpose, precision, and a target, and most importantly, feedback, so you can continually improve on the next technique based on the feedback from the last technique. But if you're just kicking in the air, there's no feedback because there's no target, there's no lines, there's nothing to say you're on target or not. So practice that. All the best. See you in the next KMANS Martial Arts Tips. Ciao.